Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about something very, very important. Important because it will form the basis of your growth. I've seen a lot of people who desire to get to the top. They set personal goals, career goals, work goals, financial goals, and at the end of the day, it becomes a bit difficult to scale through and attain the lofty dreams that they've had for themselves. And this unfortunately leads to a confused, frustrated, or depressed life. So today I just want to give you some tips on how you can become an expert, in your chosen career, in your field of endeavor, in what you do, in your profession, in your job. And it's very, very simple, and I hope that you would grab something really valuable out of this video today. We've heard about the famous theory as propounded by Malcolm Gladwell. I don't know if you've read this book, The Outliers, where he said that it takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to achieve mastery of complex skills and materials. While I do not completely agree with his theory of 10,000 hours of intensive training, practice, in order to become a master become a master in a chosen field, skills, or whatever it is. I want to believe that it takes even much more than that. The 10 hours theory has can be argued in different fonts, because your state of mind is a factor, your physical, emotional well-being, your environment, your desire, your emotional state, emotional intelligence status, and all of that can be factored in. So I find it a bit difficult to really believe wholly on that theory. Having said that, here are some tips that will really help you become an expert in your chosen field. A lot of people want to be expert, but many more people are not seen, committing themselves to what it takes to be an expert. So what does it really take to be an expert? One, you need to be intentional in your desire to becoming an expert in a chosen field, in your chosen career, and all of that. It takes first your ability to be intentional. You have to desire it in order to attract it, or in order to become it. You desire it in order to become it. So you need to be intentional. It is not just enough to say, hey, I want to be a manager in the next 5 years. I want to be the CEO of this company in the next 20 years, for instance. It takes much more than that. And when I say being intentional, it means that your mental ability, your physical, your spiritual, and every other factor within you will have to be involved. So that's just what I mean by being intentional. When you become intentional, it becomes much more easier for you to do the right things. Now, number 2, get a coach, an expert, or a consultant. Now let me ask you, since you took over that job, or since you got that employment, when was the last time you picked a book that is related to your field of study? It's a question that I really want you to respond to. When was the last time that you picked a book, that you got a coach, that you got an expert, that you got a consultant in that particular field that will help you in your journey to becoming, that expert, to becoming that dream that you've envisioned? That's where a lot of people miss it. So get an expert, get a coach, get a consultant. See, your organization is not going to do everything for you. Are you self-employed? Are you in a paid employment? And you desire to become okay, then the best version of yourself, then it's going to take you to associate yourself with an expert, a coach, a consultant, or whoever you have chosen or you have seen achieving the results that you desire. This expert, coach, or consultant is going to guide you, okay, towards becoming that dream that you've envisioned. Okay, that's number 2. Now, number 3, study and practice. Like I said previously, you need to study and practice. And this is where it gets very interesting. And this is solely your responsibility. By getting a coach, a consultant, or an expert, these consultants are not going to impute this knowledge into you. It's going to take you committing yourself to studying. Okay, so how do you do that? Don't forget, the first step is to be intentional. And by the time you become intentional, by studying means that you will design a program for yourself. For instance, what if you say, hey, every day I'm going to be studying for 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, or 2 hours, and you set a dedicated time for yourself in order to achieve this. It could be as early as 6 a.m. when you wake up, 5 a.m. when you wake up. You do a 30-minute study of a particular field. Okay, you pick a book. When was the last time you committed yourself to a personal development book, for instance? It takes you, because the expert is not a magician. The coach is not a magician. The consultant is not a magician. It takes you setting out or designing a system that is going to help you achieve your dream. And you do this by, for instance, like I said previously, set out a time. It could be 30 minutes, start with 30 minutes or 1 hour. It makes it much more easier. A day, okay? And ensure that you study 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, depending on the time that you have. But you need to be committed to it. If you say, hey, it's going to be 6 a.m., 5 a.m., or 12 midnight when you come back from work. And it amazes me when I see a lot of people who desire better pay, better life, you know, they want to be promoted, and yet do not have a system that ensures that they improve their skills, they improve their knowledge, or set aside time to even practice. So it is very, very important. So I'm going to be discussing or expatiating more on this in my subsequent videos. Now, step number 4, sustained motivation. You need sustained motivation in order to advance to the next level of life that you crave for. And what do I mean by sustained motivation? See, it is common knowledge that a lot of people start off something, after a week, 2, 1 month, they are already tired. So sustained motivation takes you. You don't necessarily wait to be motivated. Don't wait until you feel like it. If you've set a specific time to say, hey, every day 3 a.m. I'm going to pick this book and I'm going to study for the next 1 month. I'm going to study every day for 30 minutes. It could be 1 hour. And I'm going to wake up by 3 a.m. Whatever time is convenient for you. You stick by it. There are times when you're going to feel like not reading. You're not going to feel like it. But don't wait until you feel like doing it. Sustained motivation implies that you don't wait to be motivated. Okay? You motivate yourself from the inside. And it might interest you that it becomes interesting when your desire to become an expert, your desire to wake up at 3 a.m., at 5 a.m., whatever time you have chosen, whatever system you have chosen for yourself, it becomes very interesting when it is connected to your purpose and your personal values. So ensure that this desire is connected to your purpose and your personal values. Then sustained motivation becomes much more easier. So I hope that this video has blessed you, has enriched your life. If it has, please give this video a thumbs up so that as many people out there will see it. I keep saying my passion is to help young, ambitious people achieve their destiny. See, any talk, any speech, any theory that absolves you from taking 100% responsibility for your life is a fallacy and will lead you nowhere. So, I am a firm believer in the fact that you need to take 100% responsibility for the person you would become. Prayer will guide us. Prayer will open us up to opportunities. But it's going to take you and I to take those deliberate steps, deliberate actions that will lead us to our next level of life. It is not enough to just say, hey, this is what I want to be in the next 5 years. This is what I want to be in the next 2 years. Rather, it takes us taking intentional and deliberate effort to becoming that person that we desire to be. I hope to see you in my subsequent videos. Please subscribe, click the subscribe button such that when I produce or upload fresh videos every Sunday by 9 p.m., you instantly get notified. Feel free to share the video with your loved ones. I hope you've been greatly enriched by today's broadcast. Cheers.